Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello, my lovely and wonderful students. Hope you're very well. And I could also hope that you have watched my last lecture video on the positions of headword. Today I'm going to start the fifth language survey tool. However, before talking about the fifth language survey tool, we would like to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. So I welcome each and everyone to this class that is one subject. Actually, the positions of subject. So subject will be before, subject will be before, subject will be before, subject will be after, subject will be between, subject will be between, and subject will be after. So subject will be before, subject will be between, and subject will be after. So before, between, and after. What issues? Now I will talk about the things. Subject will be before finite verb and subordinate clause. So here you see a verb is guides, and before verb is guide, and before it there is subject, that is the Holy Quran, as Holy Quran is singular, the verb is singular, that is guides. And so before a finite verb, the subject will be, here guides is a finite verb. In another name, this finite verb is called the principal verb. So subject before, finite verb guides, the finite verb, and the Holy Quran is subject. So before, subject before, subordinate clause, you see the book was informative. So after, you see the book, there will be a subordinate clause, that is with a but. Here, the subordinate clause is with a but, and before the subordinate clause, the book is a subject. So which is mine and is informative. Something is missing here. That is the subject. The book is mine. The book is informative, and which is mine is the subordinate clause, and the book is informative is a principal clause. So before principal clause and subordinate clause, subject will be the book, which is mine is informative. The book here is subject for both principal clause and a subordinate clause. So subject, between auxiliary verb and principal verb, subject between finite verb and noun complement, subject between finite verb and object, subject between adverb and finite verb, subject between adjective complement and finite verb. We will see the things. Subject between auxiliary verb and principal verb. You see here have is auxiliary and read is principal verb, and between the two verb there will be a subject, that is you. So between auxiliary verb and principal verb there will be subject, and have read combinedly called the finite verb. So are any students between them there will be subject, that is they. So between finite verb and noun complement there will be subject. So here are is finite verb, and students are treated as the noun complement. So between finite verb and noun complement there will be subject, that is they. What a prophet is, a prophet here is a noun complement, and between and is a finite verb, and between subject, noun complement and finite verb there will be subject, that is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So between noun complement and finite verb there will be subject. So subject between finite verb and adjective complement is C, an element is C. Between them there is subject. So of R is here a finite verb, and adjective and element is an adjective complement. So between subject between finite verb and adjective complement there will be subject, and you see here there is the subject of R. And so subject is between finite verb and adjective complement. Here is another example. Brainy is an adjective, and is a finite verb. So between brainy, and finite verb. There is a subject that is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So between finite verb and adjective complement, there is subject that is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I have repeated it again. So subject between finite verb and object has is C, has is the finite verb, and language search tools is the language search tools or the object. So between finite verb and object, there is what? There is a subject that is he. So between subject, between adverb and a finite verb, there will be subject. Here you see he is the subject between adverb and the finite verb. Here adverb is early in the morning and finite verb is goes. So how quickly dash fills here. Here you see Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the subject between quickly and fills, and is no quickly is an adverb and fills is a finite verb, and between adverb and finite verb there is subject that is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Subject after finite verb. How does it look? There is a cow in the field. Here, there is an adverb, and then is a finite verb, and after the finite verb, a cow is the subject. So here, subject will be after finite verb. Here is finite verb, and a cow is a subject, and before the finite verb there is an adverb. So subject here is after finite verb. Finite verb is, and subject is a cow. Exception, there are some exceptions. You see, it is they who are guilty. Here, there is an antecedent who is a relative pronoun, and are is a verb. So they is plural, and are is also plural. And between they and are, who is a relative pronoun. So another information is that who is directly will work as the subject as it takes a verb after it. We know Mr. Amir Islam, whose language search tools are informative here. Whose plus noun. Whose plus noun will be treated as subject. And if the noun is plural, the subverb will be plural. You see, whose language search tools here, it is plural. The verb has the verb has been plural. There is are. So whose plus noun plus verb will, or whose plus noun will work as a subject in a complex sentence. Other exceptions, we know Mr. Amir Islam, whom we talked with here, after whom there will be subject. So whom is a relative pronoun, and of course after it there will be subject and then the finite verb. Those who are Allah-fearing will be rewarded here and hereafter. You see those, and then who, and then are. So avoid using what? They before who. Avoid using they before who. Never and ever use they before who. It will be those. It will be those. This day will be those. Please let us get started here. No subject before verb. That is what is an imperative sentence, and in an imperative sentence there will be no verb, no subject before verb. Let is a verb, and before let there is a please, which is an adverb. Before let there is a word that is please, which is an adverb. They are investors and investing in the project. How does the sentence look? You see, no subject before the second clause. First clause is here. There are investors. This is the first clause, and investing in the project. This is the second clause, and before the second clause there is no subject before the second clause. As if the second clause and if there is similarity between the subject and verb, between the two within the two clause, then the second clause will not take subject and verb, as that is why the second clause hasn't taken the subject and verb. That is they are is absent here. It will be like they are investing, they are investing, they are investing. So the complete sentence will be like that. They are investors and they are investing in the project. So they are investing is they are is absent here before investing. So positions of subject from theory, IELTS, and appreciate just example. You see some of the most important decisions of a life worker. So worker is verb, and before the verb there is subject. So within the subject there's another thing that is some, the header of the subject. So as some is plural, the verb is you see, the worker is also plural. So between two verbs, there is a subject that is we. Between two verbs, do and become. Another example here you see from medical decisions to ones is an adverb, and after the adverb and before the verb there is subject that is we. My colleagues here, to neuroscientists is a subject, and both neuroscientist is an apposition, and before apposition my colleague and I is the head word, and based on the head word the verb will be. So you see some and they. So some is plural and they is also plural. Some is the plural subject, and before the final verb, and you will, they will is finite, will spend is a finite verb, and before the finite verb there is subject that is they. So next class, inshallah, I will continue on the subject and verb agreement, which is very important for you, and that you will watch it and we'll try a level best to understand the language search tools. And if you have queries, feel free to ask me questions. I will try my level best to answer your questions. So I hope that you will share the channel with others, and also turn on the notification bells to have another videos, and also give your valuable comments in the comment sections, and be with me. Inshallah, you will have the understanding of language surgery, and this language surgery will help you to make your language very flourish. Till then, stay good, stay happy. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.